Alright, so you might be asking yourself, what is the trend in Deliveroo and pizza delivery? And then you see this quite a lot on the internet platforms, pizza names. Right, well, it's actually named after Bernardo's adoption agency, and that's Italian, right? And it's actually named after the mafia, the Italian mafia that created Bernardo's as well. They're part of Bernardo's, that's for sure, an adoption agency. Uh, Now, I was adopted by Bernardo's myself, by an Italian family as well. And pizza delivery is actually a reference to Bernardo's adoption agency. So we'll be talking more about that in a minute. But first, we have to learn some theory, all right, about what's going on in England and America. Right, so we'll start off talking about the hotels and all the main chain supermarkets like Sainsbury's, Tesco's, Poundland, Argos, etc. All the main supermarkets and shops there. Right, so the hotels and Sainsbury's, uh, they and the pubs, right, are also included in this group. Now they are very anti-British. Okay, they can be seen in the Blackpool Tower. That's also the hotels, the supermarkets, and the pubs. The Blackpool Tower, right? The Blackpool Tower is actually a reference to a genocide that they're doing here in England to kill the middle and working classes. So the upper classes, very upper classes, they're not all the upper class people, but a corner of them own the hotels and Sainsbury's and all the pubs and the Blackpool Tower. Now the Blackpool Tower references the genocide going on and there's a secret society so people don't know about it. Right, but the Blackpool Tower references the true story about the Blackpool Tower is it's referencing an aphrodisiac, which is 5 times stronger than Viagra, and it's permanent. You just take a few of those pills out of 45 a packet that they're selling at the supermarkets, not at the at the chemists, up and down the countries for 100 years and more. And this aphrodisiac called horsetail creates an erection in men, right? And now then the upper classes put them in prison, the men, and then put the women into cages, as you see at the top of the tower, right? So the agenda is vile, right? It's very much ancient Greece, right? Attacking and killing Rome. Using a horsetail poison, a sex poison, an aphrodisiac, 5 times stronger than Viagra, and it's permanent. You just take just a small, tiny amount of that stuff. It's sold over the counter in England, up and down the country right now, for years and years and years. It's spiked into hair growth products called Neurokin, right? And Neurokin is sold at Boots, Superdrug, eBay, everywhere, right? And Neurokin has horsetail inside it. It's an illegal drug. It is referenced in the Blackpool Tower, and they are a secret society. Right, now they are also owning the hotels, Sainsbury's, Tesco's. Right, now they're selling this aphrodisiac to then kill people. Right, it literally murders you, the actual drug itself, horsetail. Once you take a small amount of that, which is sold to millions of people every day, every year, this small amount of that, and suicide is next because the symptoms are so bad. Serious aphrodisiac and a whole lot more, right? It changes your blood pressure, it changes your internal body, it has a lot of effects inside there, right? It's an illegal poison. Whoever's selling that needs to go to prison, and we're finding them. Right, they are the hotels, they are the doctors and GPs, they are Sainsbury's, Tesco's, pubs. They are selling a drug that they're referencing in something else they also own, the Blackpool Tower, right? And it's referencing a horsetail poison, sex poison sold en masse. Right now, the hotels are owned by a group, a corner of the upper classes, Oxford University, and the gay paedophiles, right? They sexually abused me, and they desperately want to drink wee wee, right? And I kept saying to them, no, right? I was 6 years old, and they desperately want to drink wee wee, these gays, and I kept saying to them, I don't want to do that, right? And just stay away from me, full stop, anyway, right? And I ended up running away from home. right? Because this guy was extremely violent, like exceptionally violent, and he just wanted to drink wee wee and have homosexual gay sex, right? And he is the head of the hotels, Holiday Inn, Premier Inn, Marriott hotels, all the hotels across Britain and America. He owns them, right? He's the head there, right? And he owns Sainsbury's and Tesco's and all the high street shops there, right? And then they desperately want piss sex, right? So as I say earlier, they are the Blackpool Tower selling this aphrodisiac, and they are the group that are drinking wee wee. I kept saying to them, no to them. So the Queen's people, I'm representing the Queen's people. I'm a Hindu. I represent the music world and the educated and science world. We say no to pee drinking, right? We just said no for a whole year. We said no. I couldn't. I just got horrified at the fact that they wanted to drink wee wee. All right. This is the gay group, the hotels, the Premier Inn, Holiday Inn. They are drinking wee wee with little boys basically, and part of their homosexuality. Right. This is nothing to do with what we're doing. Well, I would never do such a thing, right? And for that, the hotels must be punished, right? And they're also the Blackpool Tower, right? And they're killing the fashion world is their aim. That's why the gays are doing a piss attack, right? It's because they're trying to blame the beautiful girls, the Queen's people, for drinking wee wee. But I said no to them for a year. They asked every week, and I said no. The hotels kept asking me for wee wee sex, and I said no adamantly, right, for a whole year, right, this went on, right, and they had a Sainsbury's too, right, demanding piss sex off me, right, and I said no to them. They stolen the banks, still saying that we're drinking wee. When I kept saying no to them, they're lying. The pubs and hotels and the Sainsbury's and the banks have all been stolen off me and my gauge wives, right. So now, um so I'm called Max, and ATM machines are at Max. So the banks have been stolen by a piss drinking group that are calling us piss when we said no to piss drinking. So how is it they've stolen the banks? Well, they're stolen it anyway. They're liars, right? They're liars. They're saying that we're piss when we're not. We would never drink piss. It's not part of the Queen's people's sexuality, drinking urine. It's certainly part of the gay people's, right? And it's been like that since the 1920s when they created their group called the Urinals, a wee piss drinking group that now become the hotels, Sainsbury's and pubs, stolen this all off Hitler's son, who is called Max, who was the head of Amsterdam, Holland. Hitler was from Holland, so I need you to look at my other videos on TikTok. Tells you a detailed history story, right? How it, what really goes on in history and who's who, right? Now you need to watch that, as you won't understand this. Okay, so now Hitler owns all the hotels, head of the Architects Association, and he was indicted for the Holocaust by gay paedophiles who were drinking wee wee in the 1920s. Their group called the Urinals. Right now, they stole the banks and the hotels and the car companies, electronic companies of Hitler after the Second World War, and then the hotels and Sainsbury's and South America did the Holocaust and blamed Hitler because they said he was from Holland. Holland is where prostitution lives, right? So that's why the Holocaust occurred, was only because of innocent, a very clean prostitution going on in Amsterdam. That's why the Holocaust went down, right? And the people who did the Holocaust, the Law Society, a piss-drinking gay group, how dare they drink piss and criticise Amsterdam? Okay, I don't want to change the subject, but and then this group own the hotels, Sainsbury's, Tesco's, all the main hotels and all the pubs, right? And now the Blackpool Tower too. Alright, so, and then this group, a gay paedophiles group drinking wee wee, are disgusting. They will lose all our assets based on their bedroom behaviour. Right, certainly we lost our hotels and banks and electronics because of Amsterdam. Right, that's hardly anything wrong. Right, so the hotels will go back to Hitler, who owns all of that. Right, and then that the hotels to attack Hitler are killing all the fashion industry. All the beautiful girls are getting killed off by the hotels and Sainsbury's, right, and the pubs who are doing drinking wee, right? And then if you look at the Blackpool Tower, their agenda is to have women in cages at the top. Right, so now that you know the horrendous devastation that's been caused by the main chain supermarkets, corner shops that are leading that, hotels that are leading that, and the piss drinkers, they are all piss drinkers, and they are stealing the hotels of Hitler, who is not a piss drinker. I repeat, he is not a piss drinker. Right, he does not want to do that. Right, that's completely illegal. Other sex is fine, okay, compared to that. It's disgusting. You do not bring feces into the bedroom like that, right? And that's what he desperately wanted to do, right? He heads to hotels and Sainsbury's, and through the law, whatever law, street law, real law, they will lose those hotels, due to their piss drinking. Right, and then also with their sickness, that this group are a criminal group, and they're killing beautiful women. Right, so they are also the door bouncers to all the pubs up and down the country, especially in Blackpool. They are targeting beautiful women because they've stolen all the hotels and Sainsbury's off Hitler. Right, Hitler was the head of Amsterdam, and that was his quote unquote his only crime. Amsterdam, working girls, and they killed 6 million Jews because of that. These door bouncers, these hotels, these Sainsbury's, they're the law society. They think they're the law. They're junk, that's what they are. Complete cardboard. Alright, now they've stolen the hotels and now they're going to lose them. Law says, the street law as well, says they're going to lose it straight away. They're piss drinkers with little boys. See you later. You're going to go 35 years in prison for that. All right, so your door bouncers going to prison. All right, you should be in prison. You will not secure any building in the UK anymore. We know you're commissioned by security groups that are the hotels, Sainsbury's, aka South America and Greece. Homosexuality that runs into the hills and has sex with little boys without Vaseline in ancient Greece is what these hotels are now. That's what's stolen. That's what the Blackpool Tower is. It's Greece. All right. Right now. So, what is the pizza delivery and Deliveroo all about? Well, it's actually about Bernardo's adoption agency. And the reason there's a need for Bernardo's adoption and fostering agency and a delivery service of pizza, right, which is actually the mafia, right, the reason there's a need for that is the hotels and pubs and Sainsbury's are targeting the kids and killing them. Certainly they're killing the beautiful girls. They plan to turn them all African, black. Right, so this is a sexual bedroom preference of the hotels, Sainsbury's, and the gay people, corner of the gay people that are killing the elephant and turning the fashion industry into Africans, black. Right, so pizza delivery takes the young girls and young boys and adopts them. So that's what pizza is. Pizza is an adoption agency, Bernardo's, a legitimate Bernardo's adoption agency, which is actually very affiliated with the Italian mafia and the Gambino family, right? So the pizza delivery is referencing taking kids away from the Blackpool Tower system and into safety, Bernardo's fostering system that looks after kids properly, right? And then pizza delivery system to deliver these kids that's what is being referenced there, right? Now, it's a harsh system what's going on that's fighting us. So we have to become like a rat. Okay, so that's what Banksy's all about. Banksy knows all about me. I'm an artist, and we're affiliated together. We have been since he started, right? And Banksy is talking about the banks being stolen off me. I'm Max. At Max is the ATM machines. We are Banksy. When you see a rat, right, because you are worthless, well, that's us taking our kids back, taking our banks back, because the people that stole it are cardboard brains. They now stolen our hotels. They drink wee-wee. And they're disgusting in the bedroom. It's very, very soaking wet there. Okay, so we have to be a rat to pull everything back from them, right? To retrieve our society, and that's what we're doing, right? And we are pizza delivery and Bernardo's fostering and adoption agency. So let's find out more about the Blackpool Tower, the secret society that also own the hotel, stolen them by the way, Sainsbury's, banks, car companies, electronics, and all the pubs. Well, um, now they also own Toys R Us, that company there, Toys R Us. Well, we know that there's hotels in Blackpool Tower, sex poisoning, aphrodisiac everywhere, includes the kids. Blackpool Tower owns Toys R Us. They're turning the British people, kids, into sex toys, is what they're referencing. They're not referencing anything else. So Toys R Us, sex toys, kids, Blackpool Tower. You can see what the hotels are doing. You can see what Sainsbury's doing. You can see what the car companies are doing. They are also Toys R Us and the Blackpool Tower. Right, so pizza delivery and Bernardo's adoption agency is pulling them out of that system, right? And you have to be a Banksy to do that, a rat that claims that the people attacking us are utterly worthless, cardboard, and certainly they are. They're criminals, they're genocidal, they're homosexual paedophiles, they're Greeks, they're running into the hills having sex with 5-year-old boys regularly, traditionally in Greece. That's the Blackpool Tower. They are now hotels drinking wee-wee. Utterly disgusting. So the hotels and Sainsbury's and the car companies are selling Neurokin, which is sold at all the chemists, and it's got a horsetail in there, which is an aphrodisiac. Nobody knows about it. It's a secret society. Once you take that medication or over-the-counter pharmacy stuff, product, you will then suffer permanent aphrodisiac effects 5 times stronger than Viagra. As I say, it's a secret society. No complaint system is working out there. Right, so people are dying on that stuff, roughly, yeah? The symptoms are so strong, it's actually a South American herb, illegal, and it raises aphrodisiac 5 times stronger than Viagra. And they're targeting the kids. They also own Toys R Us and Toyota, the car company. Toy Oral Tar. Toyota. Toy Oral Tar. Oral sex toys. The car companies are selling horsetails, Neurokin hair growth products with this horsetail in there. The car companies are selling it, and they also own Toys R Us. So it's a draconian Greek homosexual paedophile group that are secret society that are ruining Britain right now. They are the hotels, pubs, and Sainsbury's, Tesco's. So with the brilliant the TV cooks out there, like Mary Berry, Jamie Oliver. Well, Mary Berry is actually modelled on my grandma called Betty. So she's also Betty Boo, modelling a dancer married to Jumbo, who is the head of the British Army, American military, Russia, Europe militaries, and also Hollywood and more. They were very involved in Disney at one point, not anymore. They're being attacked now. But Mary Berry is modelled on my grandma Betty. Right now, as I said earlier, we've had everything stolen off us, off England, off the Masons in Britain, the hotels, Sainsbury's, all the car companies, all the properties and pubs. All of this stolen by a pea drinking group, a wee-wee drinking group that are also Toys R Us planning to turn our kids into sex toys. Now I know this is a revolting discussion, but it's not me bringing it up. It's certainly not me. Right now, Toys R Us nothing to do with me. Okay. All right. Now, Mary Berry, the TV cook, is modelled on my grandma Betty, and basically our kids are being heated up by the car companies, by the hotels, Sainsbury's, and the schools are involved in selling that horsetail. All the schools are actively selling millions of horsetail products across the country to Toys R Us, our kids. All right, and then also ADHD is put out there by the schools too, hotels, pharmacy, and Sainsbury's and the pubs. ADHD is induced by South American poisons. It's a form of Parkinson's disease. All right, so now Mary Berry opposes all of that and says take the enemy and do some cooking, because we know how the Blackpool Tower works. We know who they're attacking, the middle and working classes. We know who's attacking us. It's the hotels, Sainsbury's, pubs, clubs, the car companies, and the schools. Right, and then they're killing the fashion industry, all the beautiful women. Mary Berry's very against that. So is Jamie Oliver. All the TV chefs are. A whole load of people, right, against this. And we are sort of, we have to do an extraction process. Yes, we have to be Batman and Robin. We have to be Banksy's rat, right? But if you don't, the proposition of the hotels and Sainsbury's is a full destruction of all the pretty girls out there, right? They're draconian. It's beyond our comprehension what they're planning to do. All right, certainly it will be reflected in the Southport murder, the Nottingham murders, 9/11, the Manchester bombings, the Pakistani sex grooming gangs. It's actually the hotels and Sainsbury's. They've commanded Pakistanis to do that. So we now need Banksy to come in, extract these girls and give them a better life and adopt them with pizza delivery too, under Bernardo's adoption and fostering system. All right, so now I can't post this on TikTok because I'm an adoption agency, right? And we're selling girls and boys for women for an open-minded adoption, where you'll be able to rent out your adopted girls for £200 a month to other people who might want to foster them. All right, and that we know what the Blackpool Tower is doing, and that Toys R Us are doing, right? So if we don't recover our kids, where are they going to go? They're going to get bucketed completely and turned into a completely African system, right? That includes a lot of the blacks that are involved in that. Not all of them, definitely not all of them. We've got a whole load of Jamaicans on our side, right? Now, what we're doing, we've got a company now that I can't post on TikTok, so it's only going somewhere else. And we're selling girls for adoption for about, when it's negotiable, for 250 each. You can buy a young girl to get adopted, right? And with that girl, you then rent her out for £200 a month, all right, to other people who want to foster, other guys, for instance. Okay, so or women as well. Now, so we need people to we need drivers to work for us. We need people to work for our company, and we also need people who want to adopt and foster. Right, you can foster for a temporary time or keep them forever. We are a pizza delivery company. Actually, we're the mafia, right? So, and we're Banksy as well, right? And Banksy is very pro-British, and we're above the law actually, because Banksy is talking about a night. It's a night that's saying because you're worthless. That's what Banksy says, right? And he's talking about the hotels, the pubs, and Sainsbury's and the car companies, right? So now we have to be the rat and extract. We have to be the mafia and extract and look after Bernardo's adoption agency. So that's who we are, and that's what this video is all about, right? So if you want to adopt and foster a girl or a boy, if you're a woman, then you can do that with us, and we have a very lenient adoption, application system and clearance system. So you don't need, you just get an interview. We just need to find out that you're a kind person, and that you're not going to be evil and horrendous. and so we're very lenient there, and 99% of applicants will get an adopted person at the end of that application. Right, so you just need £250 to 300, and the price is negotiable, and you can adopt with us. So you can email me at. No, I'm an agency working for Bernardo's Adoption Agency. I was adopted by an Italian mafia myself, the Gambino family, and we're the mafia. Right, we'll talk more about that later, but that's what we are. We're Bernardo's Adoption Agency, and if you want to adopt or foster for a temporary time being, you can do for £200 a month. Right, so we also need drivers to work for us, and so now that you know more about the theory of what's going on in England, you can work for us in our mafia, right? And we're selling kids sold into adoption, and we're also working with all the MILFs out there, because actually MILFs is modelled on me. MILFs is code. It stands for Man I Love Frogs. Right, now they're referring to the fact that I had a French girlfriend who was a beautiful blonde girl, and we got engaged. She was about 22, and she was just amazing, and an amazing girlfriend. And she said that she was an nymphomaniac, and she loved sex, and sex with her was amazing. She's an incredible girl, and she's actually a queen, right? And MILFs is actually about me, and that she loves me. She knows that I had a girlfriend when I was 7. I had a girlfriend when I was 13, all same age as me, and when I was 15, 16, and Sylvia doesn't mind at all. She's totally cool to date people like that who are dating underage girls. She a nymphomaniac, she loves it all, welcomes everything, right? So now MILFs is all about me. So Man I Love Frogs is about me loving Sylvia. So all the women out there, you are also me, and this is our program. We're also pizza delivery, Bernardo's fostering and adoption agency. So for all those on Reddit who love sex and porn, this is a great chance to adopt a young girl, and enjoy her beauty and her sexuality, and foster her for a short amount of time or keep her for a longer. It's totally up to you, and there's a very lenient application system for this adoption, the most lenient in the world. It's because the Blackpool Tower is putting our girls through a mincing machine, and we're not stopping it. So this system stops that and targets the people that they're putting in that mincing machine, the beautiful girls, the beautiful women, teens, and the young kids and young girls too. So to those people on Reddit and places like that, for those that really love sex and porn, and you're a gooner like me, and you're a lesbian like me as well, then you can adopt girls with us. You can foster them, you can buy them, you can buy girls for £200, £300 each, and then with that girl you can rent her out for £200 a month. So you can make a whole load of money on a very small investment. So get in touch. Here's my email, xhamster, and there it is. Contact me as soon as you can, and we can either provide you a girl, or you can rent one with us. You can adopt through us, and I'm also looking for drivers and people to work for my company, people that love sex, on the Reddit there, and to get in contact with me, and we are a pizza delivery company. Okay, so we're making good money, and we're also a legitimate Bernardo's adoption and fostering company, and we're also the Italian mafia. Okay, so I'm the mafia. We're the Gambino family. I was adopted by the Gambino family, and also so we're the pizza delivery. We're a delivery service and adoption, right? So I'm also adopted by another family, and through that family I'm a knight, right? So we're above the police. We're in the army, and the highest in the army, and this is an army operation, and we cannot be arrested by police in Operation Recovery that's led by a knight, and that's myself. So get in touch, get involved. There'll be no problems. And if you like sex and women and girls and Reddit and internet porn, then you must get in touch with us and become part of our company.